Hey guys, Avish here, and in this video I'll be demonstrating to you on how to install and configure Windows Deployment Services, or WDS as formerly known. Right? Windows Deployment Services is a tool that is offered in Windows Server 2008 that allows administrators in a network-based environment to remotely install operating systems to multiple clients. Right? Now, to add this rule is pretty much like adding any regular rule. You go in your server manager, right? And you select rules, add rules, and you check the box that says Windows Deployment Services. Let me just wait for this to. Right, so Windows Deployment Services, next. Here's just a little layout of what this tool or this add-on would do, or this addition, right? So I'll go ahead and click next. Now you'll want to keep these two boxes checked by default. Each one has its own description. So once you click on it, right, and there, just click install, and that's pretty much it. So just wait for it to complete. Okay, so the installation has been completed successfully. So I'll select close. Nice. Now you can see it populated here along with all our other roles. Now the installation part of this is complete. Now we must go on to configuring this server, right? So what I'll do is I'll go into my start, administrative tools, and right here as one of the options you will now see Windows Deployment Services. So you'll open that up. Nice. So here we see our servers, right? And this is our current domain and server now, and right now it's not yet configured, so you will see a yellow exclamation mark. So what you'll have to do is right click and select configure server. Right now, yeah, we just go ahead and click next, as this is a little overview of what you will require, right? So now I will select the path, well, to have this remote install. Now this folder must be a folder that is shared with everyone on the network. So just for this demonstration I will select the folder that I created a while back. That's home folder, so I'll select that. Next, they'll give you a warning here that says to please keep the folder separate from your C drive, just to ensure that in case of anything happening you will not lose all your contents or the data. You won't have to do anything from scratch. So this is just for security purposes. So I'll just go ahead and click continue. Right now I have DHCP installed on my server. That's Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, the automatically assigning of IP addresses, right? And I will obviously have to click these two boxes, right? Now if you are using static IPs, then it will not be necessary. So once I have these clicked, I can go ahead and select next. Nice. At this point I will want to select the third option, which would be respond to all known and unknown client computers, right? While checking the box here for unknown clients that the administrator must respond after approval, right? This just allows everything to go through fully, and now the files are being copied. Nice, and everything has been finished. Nice. So good. So here we can see that there is a black square and a circle on next to the server here. Right now, this is because a service or some feature has not been started as it should have been. So what we can do in this case is go into the administrative tools, services, and be looking for the Windows deployment service. Let me just expand this, check this at the top. Right, so our Windows deployment service. Nice. Right, so I will just right click and select start there. Right, and this should start up just fine. Oh, couldn't start. Okay, so we got error there, so let me just check this manual. Okay, so basically what I was showing you guys here is that you can go into the properties just to ensure that everything is okay. Now in this case, the error that I'm getting here, what I can do, right, is basically, well, this was unchecked before where it says do not listen to port 67, but in this case it needs to be checked because I am using a DHCP setup. So once I check that and I select apply, right, That should be good there. Also, I need to go into the services on the Windows Deployment Services server, select start, right? And once that start, everything should be up and running, right? Nice. So the service has started, right? And now let me just see what else is causing this. Alright, so basically it was already up. What I just had to do was hit the refresh, right? Nice, and it was as indicated here on the green arrow with the green arrow there. It says that it's functional and it just need to be configured. Right, so now in these folders here or these subcategories, I go to configure each one of them individually. So I will select the first one here, install image, right click, add an install image, right? So create a new image group. This one I will just name it USB. Alright, file location, I'll just browse. Now the two files that you'll want to be looking for in this entire configuration is the boot.wim and the install.wim, right? Now this install image here would require the install.wim, so I will select that and open. Next, nice. And now we have the, well, I'm using a Windows 7 installation, right? So here you will see different versions of that Windows 7 here. So I will go ahead and select Windows 7 Ultimate, right? Next, right? Windows 7 Ultimate again. Next, nice. And here it will be, it's adding the image, right? So it takes a little while. Okay, so the selected images were successfully added to the server as indicated. Right, so nice. Now you can select each, well, an individual image if you desire, right at the selection screen where there were the ticks, right? So you can check and uncheck your desired version of operating system, right? In my case, I went with all, right? Nice. So for the boot image, I will right click and select add boot image. Then I'll go to browse to the file, and I'll select the boot.wim. Next, and I will go forth, select next, and we go there. Now this should be a lot quicker since it's just one little file, right? So you just give that 2 seconds. Nice, good. So that has been configured, right? Okay, so here we can see the boot image has been loaded, right, along with the installation images, right? Now any virtual machine or computer that's attached to the same network here can receive the installation from this, right? So this pretty much makes the life of an administrator very easily when it comes to doing installations. So nice. So that basically concludes this little demonstration on Windows deployment services. I hope it was helpful to an extent, right? Thank you for viewing. Bye bye.